Go ahead.
Some of the parts you had to actually voice over the original.
Yes, there were quite a few voiceover parts. Like most of the time, when they used the Japanese footage, we had to go into ADR, which is what we call it, audio dialogue recording, and we go there and we'd have to put voices to the suited rangers if it was Japanese footage, or even sometimes like coming around that corner, I had to add a line before we came in. I had to say, I don't know why we had to come here so late, whatever. That was done in post, so it wasn't done on the day. It was done in the recording studio later when the writer decided to add a line or so forth. Always interesting. It was always an interesting thing trying to do dialogue to the suits that were going. You know, so I was like, okay, they're giving me a mouthful of things to say, and I had to try to make it rhythmically go with the movement. So it was always a challenge, but it was a lot of fun. Now, you had a question?
When you were walking out in the middle of nowhere, like
yes.
Where was that? Did you skip school or something?
Yeah, it's like, okay, he was in the city a minute ago. And then the brother walked around the block and was like in the wilderness. I don't know how that happened. Well, it was actually at a place called, it's where they used to film Batman and Robin. There's Bronson Caves. It's called Bronson Caves. There's a cave there where the Batmobile used to come out. It's in that same general vicinity. Often we went to different locations to try to make it look like the same areas that you saw in the Japanese footage. And so there were places we went to, like Vasquez Rocks, California. It has a lot of really rocky areas and mountainous places. So it was always an adventure to me to see how it was going to turn out, because we would come out and we would act our parts and we'd do our thing, and we hadn't even seen the Japanese footage yet. We hadn't seen what it was going to go to until afterwards when we did ADR, and then we'd finally see the whole episode together and go, oh, that worked out pretty good, you know. So anybody else have a question? Yes?
What's the Japanese Black Power Ranger's name?
The Japanese Black Power Ranger's name, I cannot tell you.
Burai, actually.
What was it?
It was like Burai.
Burai, he said. I don't know. The thing is the show ran in Japan for like 16 years, so it ran for a long time. And I met a lot of the stunt guys that actually did the stunts and the suits in Japan ended up coming to America and working alongside our cast. So we ended up doing all the footage in America as well eventually, but in the first 2 or 3 seasons, it wasn't that way. So I wasn't sure of his name. Anybody else have a question? Yes?
Did you ever just get sick of your character entirely by the way of the behaviors?
Did I ever get sick of my character entirely by the way of his behavior?
Yeah.
What behavior would you be speaking about? Is that the...
Well, I understand it's a kid's show, but when he's sitting out on the rocky outcrop whining about how no one's remembered his birthday, it's like, you skipped class to go out in the middle of the class to whine about how nobody likes you.
Yeah, well, there's suspension of disbelief, and I figure, well, you know what? My character Zack was always a happy guy. I mean, he was always the one that was like, "What's up? Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, got love for everybody. So I don't know. It was kind of an interesting thing for me to have a turn at being bummed. I was generally always happy, so it was nice for my character to have the opportunity to be kind of sensitive. Oh, you know, not feeling so happy. Yes.
Of the cast members that worked with you, who was your favorite?
Of the cast members that worked with me, my best friend, Austin St. John was actually one of my roommates. We all moved in together. I lived in a house full of boys, which was trouble. And Austin was younger, and so he moved into the house where I was staying, and we actually became really good friends, and are still really good friends. Him, myself, and Twee were probably the closest in the group. For me, I mean, I got along with everybody. I got along with Amy Jo, with Jason Frank, and David Yost, and everybody. But the 3 of us kind of had a special bond. Anybody else? Hi.
Okay, so I like during this whole fan parody dub of the Power Rangers. Do you have any like tips on voicing on helmets or
voicing while in helmets? Don't do the voice in the helmet.
No, I mean, how do you what pitch to use and
what pitch? Well, the pitch that what pitch to use. We're the same characters. However, it was definitely amped up because now we're super powered. So
right.
The voice then has to be active. You have to go with the action of what the characters are doing. I would just say it's an acting thing. You just gotta ramp it up. Anybody else? Yes. Did they do stop motion with the Zords? They did. They also did miniature stuff. So they would have camera really tight on little small models of the Zords to make them look they were doing different things, as well as with the big fighting. That was often a guy in a costume on a miniature set to make it look like it was like they were huge. And in fact, a lot of people see me and go, wow, you're a lot shorter. It's because the girls were this big. So I was kind of big. I was like, yeah, I got the girls at school. I'm very athletic. Yeah, I'm tall too. So, yeah, in my imaginary world. Yes, you have a question? Who is my least favorite among all the cast members? Let me see. I liked everybody. I can't say I didn't dislike anyone. I think I probably bumped heads the most with Amy Jo Johnson. We probably bumped heads the most because she's a strong actress and she had a strong personality as well as myself. So occasionally we had disagreements, but it was all good. We were still cool. Yes.
Was there any romance behind the scenes?
Yeah, I got romance all the time. It was cool. Not on the set. You mean with the characters? No, not well. Actually, I think Jason Frank and Amy Jo kind of had a crush on each other, but I don't know if anything ever happened with that. But there was definitely some chemistry there. I kind of had a little crush on Twee a little bit, but that we were just friends, and nothing ever happened with that. But Okay, we're gonna watch another episode. You have a question?
Oh yeah, just really quick. How many weeks did it take just to film an episode?
We did 2 episodes a week.
Oh, wow.
Yes, so we were knocking them out, and half the time, it was very confusing. Okay, because we would be given a script. We would be given 2 scripts, and so let's say we're going to do four shows in 2 weeks. And the way the schedule would go, we would have the command center where Zordon is at, and it's like a big room with no Zordon. We're just staring up at a mark going, Zordon, and talking to nothing, but it was interesting. But we'd have, since we were shooting according to the set, we would do episodes 20, 23, 25, and 21, all on the same day. So it was like we were a little confused sometimes because it was like, okay, now, wait, what happened to us today? It's in this episode we're doing what? What happened? So interesting that we would have to flip between episodes all in the same day just because we were shooting on one set. But that was part of what we did in shooting 2 episodes a week. Yes.
What was your favorite prop for your character?
My favorite prop for my character? Well, I liked when I was in the suit. I loved my cannon, my axe. That was cool. That was cool to Harry. I was like, I got this. I don't know where it came from. I was like, I got it.